The American people need champions to remind them what they're capable of.
Jesse, you're the best.
You're the fastest man on the earth.
Who do we have here?
I'm Jesse Owens.
You're a natural. I don't trust naturals. I will say, you can run. Boy, oh boy, you can jump. What I want to know is, can you win? See what we got here.
Have a problem, Coach?
No.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Jesse Owens sets a new world record.
You want to win a gold medal?
Sure.
You want to do it in Berlin?
Mr. Owens, how can you justify taking part in Germany when there's so much discrimination here at home?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now, where'd you boys think you're going?
Just using the showers.
Not until we're through, you're not.
Jesse, you have a chance to strike a powerful blow. Under the Hitler regime, we must not go to these Olympic Games to show our solidarity with the oppressed people of Germany.
You get a chance to be a part of history and you're gonna walk away from it?
I got people looking at me for an example.
I don't care about any of that!
Yeah, well, you're right, Larry. You don't have to. People are counting on you. To do what? To get on over there to Berlin and beat those Nazis.
You was put here to run. Don't listen to any of them.
Out there ain't no black and white. There's only fast and slow. Nothing matters. Not color, not money, not even hate.
Running some type of direction, cause the people going nowhere are the ones that are flexing. I'm not trying to be a preacher, I was never a reverend, but I can take your ass to church and show you glimpses of heaven. You better.
For those 10 seconds, you are completely free.
Now he's just showing off.
Jesse Owens was one of the most influential people in American history. He broke down racial barriers that other African Americans could only dream about and stood up for a country that hated him. This is Jesse Owens. America promoted athletic success, so it was ironic that Owens, an African American, would represent the USA. Owens' accomplishments obligated not only whites in America to challenge their ethnic ideas, but also for Germany and the rest of the world. Owens, as an Olympian in 1936, created a brand of social capital that tied people together in commonality as Americans. President Carter said about Jesse Owens, a young man who possibly didn't even realize the superb nature of his own capabilities, went to the Olympics and performed in a way that I don't believe has ever been equaled since. And since this superb achievement, he has continued in his own dedicated but modest way to inspire others to reach for greatness. Who knew that Jesse Owens, the son of a sharecropper and the grandson of a slave, would slowly defy racial barriers, not only on a national level but to the world?
He was very dedicated to track in his youth. Charles Riley, the junior high track coach at the school Owens attended, noticed Owens' abilities one day as he witnessed him racing around the neighborhood with his friends. Jesse could only work with Riley before school hours because he had to have a part-time job to support his family. Eventually, Owens graduated from high school and many colleges sought after him, but he had a family and a new wife to support. Only after Ohio State found a job for Owens' father did Jesse enter college. Because of racial barriers, it was very hard and very unlikely that colleges would look for and accept African Americans into their school.
A year before Owens went to the Olympics, he participated in the Big Ten Track and Field Championships held in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The amazing thing was that before the championship, Jesse had taken a fall down a flight of stairs and injured his back. Yet he still managed to race and break 3 world records and tied a 4th, all in barely a nick over an hour, which is a record itself.
Owens, through hard work, went to the Summer Olympics in Berlin in 1936. In the Olympics, Jesse competed against Lutz Long, who Hitler planned to showcase to the world. Owens was nervous to compete against Long because Long started off jumping a new Olympic world record, and even though Jesse had previously jumped further than Long's record, he was only human. Owens missed his first 2 attempts at the jump. With only 1 attempt remaining, Jesse jumped and beat Long, setting a new Olympic world record. Owens went on to win gold medals in the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, and the 400-meter relay that he participated in. Even while there was hatred surrounding Owens, he beat all odds and won 4 gold medals. Hitler expressed how he felt about Owens' participation in the Games. "I can't believe the US sent a monkey over to win the Olympics for them." As an African American who was portrayed as anything but human in the German publicity, it was a great accomplishment to beat Hitler's pure-blooded Germans.
One would think that Jesse Owens' actions and accomplishments would eliminate oppressions against African Americans, yet it in fact did not. Americans could not overlook the fact that Owens had black skin, and they wouldn't even let him ride a regular elevator to his own award ceremony. Owens says, "When I came back to my native country, after all the stories about Hitler, I couldn't ride in the front of the bus. I had to go to the back door. I couldn't live where I wanted. I wasn't invited to shake hands with Hitler, but I wasn't invited to the White House to shake hands with the president either." The American people still had a long way to go before blacks would be liberated from the violence and oppression that came with the color of their skin. But Jesse Owens, through his amazing talent and heart, started the ball rolling towards equality. Not only did Owens win 4 gold medals, but he was also given awards by presidents. In 1976, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Gerald Ford, and in 1990, George H.W. Bush awarded him the Congressional Gold Medal. Even after his death, Owens was recognized for his great achievements in helping to convince Americans that just because of the color of someone's skin, they could still defeat all odds.
In 1896, before Owens' time, the court case Plessy v. Ferguson, which required racial segregation in public facilities, or as we all know it, separate but equal, was a small yet monumentous step for African Americans. While in fact the case stated blacks were separate but equal, whites did not treat them as such. It wasn't until 1954, 18 years after Owens' accomplishments, did the court case Brown v. Board of Education strike down the separate but equal and integrate African Americans into public schools. This would then lead into the Civil Rights Act of 1964, where the legislation in the U.S. outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, gender, or national origin. President Carter said, "Perhaps no athlete better symbolized the human struggle against tyranny, poverty, and racial bigotry. His personal triumphs as a world-class athlete and record holder were the prelude to a career devoted to helping others. His work with young athletes, as an unofficial ambassador overseas, and a spokesman for freedom are a rich legacy to his fellow Americans."
Jesse Owens was no longer just the son of a sharecropper. He was an inspirational man who played an essential part of the progression of black equality in American history. His role would not only progress African Americans, but it would further allow anyone else who had a different race, religion, gender, or political view finally have a voice to be heard. Thank you, Jesse Owens.